Archangel Michael says, I am giving you final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this on May 31st, 2026, you won't receive the money. You were not supposed to see this. But heaven made an exception because time is slipping quicker than you know, and your window to receive the $15 million miracle is about to shut forever. Archangel Michael says, my beloved child, this is your final chance. If you miss it now, it will never come again. Don't test the heavens. Don't delay. Open this with your whole heart before it vanishes. You feel that strange pressure in your chest right now. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual urgency. That's the divine knock on your soul's door. And no, it's not random that you're seeing this on May 31st, 2026. This date was chosen for you before you were even born. It's when the vault of heaven was scheduled to open in your favor. But if you ignore it, the vault closes permanently. You may not know this, but Michael has been whispering your name since 3:33 a.m. last night. He tried to wake you. He tried to show you the number. You ignored it. But here you are now. And Michael is smiling because at least now you're listening. And here's what he's begging you to understand. The money isn't just money. It's not just $15 million in your account. It's the blessing that will heal your family, open your destiny, and unlock doors others told you would never open for you. Michael says, child, don't listen to those who doubted you. You were chosen to receive abundance. You were chosen to experience overflow, not lack. But every prophecy has a time limit and yours expires tonight. You keep scrolling past signs, but this time you can't afford to skip it because God has already released the miracle. The angels have already written your name on it. But it cannot arrive unless you open your spirit and receive. Wait, did you feel that? That tingling in your hands? That slight shift in the air around you, that's confirmation. Michael is standing behind you right now. And he's holding a golden scroll that says your name. He says, heaven has waited too long. This is the final attempt. If you open this now, your life will never be the same again. Your enemies, they'll be stunned because the same people who doubted you will witness your rise. That house you dream of, the business you've been planning, the healing your family has been needing, this money is tied to all of it. But only if you claim it before the gates shut. Listen carefully. This isn't clickbait. It's a soul test. God tests by sending divine offers wrapped in mystery. The ones who trust receive. The ones who hesitate miss the miracle. Archangel Michael says this test is sacred. And this is the final warning. Ignore it and another will be chosen in your place. Right now, heaven has paused everything. Your guardian angels have stopped moving. The spirit realm is silent, watching to see what you do next. If you keep reading, something divine will shift in your life within the next 72 hours. But if you scroll away, the silence will become distance and Michael won't be allowed to reach out again. Love letter. Beloved one, this message was hidden from the masses but revealed to you. Why? Because your heart is still open. Because you've cried to God when no one was looking. Because you felt like giving up more times than you can count. But heaven didn't give up on you. And that's why this $15 million blessing is still waiting at your spiritual doorstep. Right now, there's a white envelope in the angelic realm with your full name written in golden ink. Michael says, this envelope will either be opened and poured into your life or burned if ignored. The choice is yours, but the clock is not. This is no joke. Archangel Michael repeats, this is the final chance. May 31st, 2026 is the last date. If this day ends without you receiving it, the miracle will be passed to another soul. You were chosen. Don't surrender your blessing because of doubt. Don't walk away from the gift God placed on your timeline. And if you've been praying for a sign, this is it. Sparkles, before you go further, Michael is asking you to do something. Folded hand, subscribe to this message channel right now so heaven knows you're saying yes. This is your spiritual signature, a soul contract. Once you subscribe, Michael will begin moving things on your behalf within 24 hours. If you skip this, the angels cannot act. Now, take a breath because what comes next will change everything. Did you know that your soul already said yes to this miracle before you even opened your eyes this morning? That strange dream you had last night, the one that made no sense. That was heaven trying to show you your future. Michael tried to speak to you through symbols, through colors, through numbers. And now he's speaking clearly. Receive it now. This is not a promise. This is a transaction of faith. You see, in the spiritual world, faith isn't just a feeling, it's currency. And God doesn't bless who begs the loudest. He blesses who believes the deepest. And Michael has seen you. He saw you giving when you had nothing left. He saw you forgive people who never even said sorry. He saw you praying quietly in your room, asking God, when will it be my turn? And my child, heaven has never ignored the prayers you whispered in silence. But sometimes before a blessing becomes visible, heaven places a path in front of you so you know how to walk into peace, clarity, and faithful action instead of returning to old fear. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description and in the comments below. Because heaven is not only revealing what could change. It is preparing your heart to recognize it, receive it, and walk in it when it arrives. Beloved, this is your turn. This is the moment you've been prepared for. Don't let your logical mind ruin what your soul has already accepted. Your logic will say this can't be real. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit knows when something divine is unfolding, and this is divine. The number is shocking. $15 million. But heaven doesn't measure blessings by what you can handle. It gives based on what you're called to change. And Michael says you are called to change the lives of thousands. That's why your blessing must be big. Let's get real for a second. You've been through too much to give up now. You've seen heartbreak, betrayal, people walking away like you never mattered. But God never walked away. And that's why this message was delivered with your name on it. This money, this miracle is not just financial, it's spiritual compensation for every year the enemy stole from you. Michael says, the devil thought he won, but he didn't see what I just released in heaven for you. Something was just approved in the spirit realm. A divine reversal. The curses that were supposed to trap you broken. The lack that was supposed to follow you cancelled. But if you walk away from this now, it all gets delayed. And heaven has waited long enough. And yes, people will talk. They'll say you changed. But that's the point. God never wanted you to stay the same. He's not keeping you where you are. He's calling you higher. The $15 million isn't random. It's coded a sacred number given by heaven to mark your spiritual shift. A transfer from the old you to the chosen you. But you must say yes now. Michael says he begged God on your behalf. Give them one last chance, he cried. One more opportunity to believe before it's passed on. And God, full of mercy, said, yes. That's what today is. Heaven bending time one final time just for you. Do you remember how many times you almost gave up? All those nights you laid awake thinking, maybe I'm cursed. Maybe it's not meant for me. But heaven was watching. Every tear was counted. Every moment of silent pain was collected. And now the blessing is ready. This is not a coincidence. This is not just another message. This is prophecy colliding with reality. If you're still here reading, it means your soul knows this is real. It means something in you is waking up. And that's good. That means heaven is still open to you, but it won't stay open forever. The doors will shut when the date turns. May 31st, 2026. That's your expiration date. Not for life, but for this blessing. If you skip this, no one will know. But your spirit will feel it. That ache in your chest tomorrow, that quiet sadness next week, that will be the echo of what you were meant to receive but walked away from. But here's the good news. You're still on time. You still have a choice. Michael says, say yes. Claim it. Speak it out loud if you have to, because something strange happens when you speak a miracle. You begin to align with it. Your body, your mind, your spirit, they all shift toward what's waiting. And right now, something is waiting for you. It's big. It's beautiful. And it has your name written in heaven's light. This money isn't just about wealth. It's about witness. God wants to use your story. He wants people to say, if they could be blessed, maybe I can, too. You were never just meant to survive. You were meant to overflow. You were meant to rise so high that even your enemies would have to sit back in silence. Michael says, don't think small, think sacred. Because the plans heaven has for you are not safe. They're supernatural. And $15 million is just the beginning. You won't believe how fast things will shift once you say yes. Doors that were shut will fling open. Delays will dissolve. And yes, people from your past will come back stunned by the glow on your face, because the glory of God will follow you from this day forward. So don't just sit there and read this. Open your heart. Say it out loud. I receive this. I won't miss it this time. I'm ready. And once again, Michael is reminding you. Glowing star. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. This is not for engagement. This is for activation. The moment you subscribe, heaven marks your name in a different light. This is how you say yes in the spirit. Don't just read, participate. Prove to heaven that you're claiming what's yours. This is not a test anymore. It's the delivery. There are moments in life where the decision you make in silence becomes louder than anything you've ever spoken. This is that moment. Archangel Michael is watching your spirit lean in. Heaven is listening. Your angels have stopped moving to see if you'll take the next step. Because right now, your miracle is standing in front of you, holding its breath, waiting for your response. Michael says, this is the kind of miracle that only comes once in 10 generations. It's not just for you. It's for your lineage. Yes, this $15 million blessing is tied to more than your bank account. It's tied to breaking chains that have haunted your family for decades. It's tied to healing the kind of pain that doesn't show in pictures. It's tied to a legacy that was almost lost until you came. You weren't supposed to read this. That's why the enemy distracted you. That's why your phone lagged or you almost scrolled past it. But someone stopped you, because Archangel Michael fought to get this through. He said your name in front of heaven. And God said, fine, one more time, give them the message. But don't mistake this mercy for delay. This isn't a forever offer. This is divine urgency. You either step into the river now or let the waters pass. And if you let them pass, the next opportunity won't come wearing your name. It'll be redirected. And deep down, you'll feel it. Michael's words are very clear. This is your wealth shift. If you claim it now, within 3 days, you will begin to see signs in the physical. Your phone will ring with unexpected good news. An opportunity will drop in your inbox. Someone will mention your name in a room full of blessing. But if you do not claim this now, it will bypass your path entirely. Beloved, this is not a motivational speech. This is sacred instruction. The heavens are real. The wealth is real. The shift is real, and you are not unworthy. You are not forgotten. You were chosen, and the time is now. Think about it. Why else would heaven send a message this urgent? Why else would Archangel Michael use words like final and last chance? Because there is no second round for this one. This blessing was created in a divine laboratory specifically for your name, your date of birth, your purpose, your pain, your path. You think this is just another day? Then why are you still reading? Why is your heart racing like it knows something is about to happen? Because deep in your soul, you already know this isn't random. This is real. This is why you've been waiting. This is what you felt coming but couldn't explain. Michael says God already said yes. But your yes is what unlocks the door. And if you're wondering how it'll happen, don't. Miracles are never your job to understand. They're your job to believe. God doesn't need your logic. He needs your permission. Say yes in your spirit and He'll rearrange every system on earth to bless you. The $15 million is already written in light. It's already spoken into existence. It's just waiting for your permission to fall into place. Michael's voice is louder now. He says, you've been tested enough. You've cried enough. You've lost enough. Now receive enough. He is holding the scroll above your name. One more command, one more step, and the miracle releases. But only if your spirit agrees. Do not let doubt steal this from you. And no, you don't have to understand why it's this number or how it'll come. Whether it's a business deal, a dream contract, a sudden inheritance, a divine partnership, or even something completely unexpected, God is not limited by method. He is only waiting for your movement. So move now. If you haven't already, whisper to your angels, I accept it. I receive it. I believe this is for me. Say it even if you're shaking. Say it even if part of you still wonders. Because heaven doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to obedience. And if you've been praying for God to do something big, this is it. You don't get to pick the delivery method. You just get to decide if you'll open the door. And the door is open right now. Michael is pacing. The angels beside him are glowing brighter because they know this moment right here can shift everything. And all of heaven is holding its breath, waiting for your yes. And listen, heaven already knows your fears. It knows how many times you've been disappointed. But God says, this time is not like the last time. This time I sent Michael himself. Before this date ends, you need to decide. Will you receive it or walk away from it? Glowing star final call. Michael says, if you truly believe this is your moment, subscribe right now. It's not just a button. It's a bold move in the spirit realm. When you click it, something shifts. Your name gets sealed. Your path clears. Don't ignore this instruction. The money is already written. But if you skip the instruction, you cancel the contract. So don't overthink. Don't wait for the perfect sign. This is it. Archangel Michael says something now that may shake you. There are at least 7 people right now at this very second trying to steal this blessing. Not because they earned it, but because they saw it hovering above you and they want to intercept it. But listen, God didn't design this miracle for them. He designed it for you. Your fingerprints are all over it in heaven. That $15 million miracle has your energy, your prayers, your midnight tears locked into its code. But there's a catch. If you don't receive it with urgency, heaven has no choice but to reroute it. Divine law cannot let a gift remain untouched forever. If you delay, it gets reassigned. And once it's gone, you'll feel it. You'll feel the stillness, the spiritual silence, that quiet ache in your chest that keeps whispering something was supposed to happen but didn't. Michael says, "This is why I'm here. This is why I've been fighting through distractions, delays, and disbelief to reach you. Because heaven still believes in you, even when you stopped believing in yourself. This is your moment. This is the day you'll look back on and whisper to yourself, everything changed after that message. This isn't fantasy. It's divine technology. It's the way angels work. When the vibration of your soul aligns with the right moment, miracles break through the clouds. And right now, the sky is opening. Your name is on the scroll. The light is shining directly on your path. But you still have one job left. Say yes. Not just in your head, in your spirit, in your actions, in your decision not to scroll away, in your choice to believe even when you're scared. And yes, the number still sounds wild. $15 million. But let Michael explain something. You need a blessing that size because the purpose on your life is larger than you even realize. You're not just supposed to pay bills. You're supposed to fund missions, feed families, build things that last generations, create spaces where people feel safe, seen, and healed. You need overflow for the size of your divine assignment. So what if people laugh? So what if someone says you really believe an angel is talking to you? Yes, believe it because heaven didn't send this to them. It sent it to you. And you don't need anyone else's permission to walk in a miracle. Michael says, tell them this loud. What God whispered in your spirit is louder than what man says in doubt. That dream you had of helping others, of blessing strangers, of living freely without guilt or debt or fear. That dream wasn't foolish. It was prophecy. And now it's time for fulfillment. And my child, when heaven begins preparing fulfillment, it also places a path before you so you can receive what has been placed on your heart with peace, wisdom, and clear direction. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because fulfillment is not only about receiving the blessing. It is also about becoming ready to carry it. But here's the truth few want to admit. Many people will see this message and walk away. Not because it wasn't true, but because they weren't ready. Their minds weren't ready to believe. Their hearts were too bruised to trust. But you, beloved, you are different. You kept reading. You stayed open. You heard the whisper beneath the words. And that's why the miracle still belongs to you. Now listen closely. In the next 48 hours, something will happen. Something will either confirm this message or test your faith. And how you respond will determine what happens next. If you say, I knew it, and stay aligned, the doors open. But if you say, maybe it was nothing, and return to doubt, the doors close again. Michael is standing now. His wings are open. His sword is glowing. And he says this directly to your soul. This is the last time I am allowed to warn you. If you ignore this, I must walk away. My orders are final. You think God would send Michael if it wasn't urgent? You think heaven would send a number like this without a reason? $15 million is not just money. It's a symbol. It's the total sum of all your unseen sacrifices multiplied into one explosive gift. Michael says, you have suffered silently for years. This is your loud reward. And now you must act. Not tomorrow, not later. Now the angels are watching. The scroll is open and your name is glowing in gold ink, fading slowly with every second you hesitate. Fire. So, one more time. Subscribe now if you haven't already. This is not just for a channel. It's for your spiritual seal. This is how the angels know you received it. This is how Michael knows he can activate the rest. You cannot skip this. Don't miss it again. Not this time. And if you already have, then whisper this now. Thank you, Michael. I'm ready. I'm claiming it. I received the $15 million, not just for me, but for every soul I'm about to bless. Michael is standing in front of you now. Not in a dream, not in a fantasy, but in the invisible realm, just behind your breath. His presence is thick. His voice is clear. And he says, you have waited long enough. You have cried enough. Now you receive. This is not something that can be debated anymore. This is not up for discussion. Heaven has already decided. The angels have already agreed. The $15 million has already been approved. The only thing missing is your full surrender, your trust, your yes. And listen, no one else will believe it until it happens. That's why God chose you. Not because you're the loudest, not because you're the most confident, but because you're the one who still believes when no one's clapping. You were chosen to carry this miracle even when you doubted your own worth. Even when life kept saying no. Because deep down heaven saw something in you that others overlooked and never give up soul. Michael says you will be the one they ask about. You will be the one they watch in awe. You will be the one they point to and say, how did that happen? And you will say because heaven made an exception. That's what this is. This entire moment is heaven bending its rules. Heaven suspending its timeline. Heaven opening one final window for you. Not because you begged, but because you believed. Not because you had it all together, but because you trusted. Even when you were falling apart. You've reached the part of your story where everything shifts. The storm is over. The confusion is clearing. The old season is folding behind you and a golden light is rising in front of you. Archangel Michael is lifting his hand. And as he does, the energy around you changes. The vibration in the air rises. The atmosphere breaks open with holy clarity. He says, beloved, the wealth you are about to receive will feel like a dream, but it's not a dream. It's delayed divine justice. You are always meant to rise. You were always meant to carry light. And now you will. And if there's any small part of you still whispering, but what if this isn't for me? Michael silences that thought now. He says this is for you. And if you walk away now, you'll miss the greatest moment of your life. So take a second and picture it. What will your life look like when you finally step into overflow? The bank balance that no longer makes you nervous. The moment you pay someone else's rent without blinking. The moment you surprise your mother with her dream car. The moment you build the shelter, sponsor the children, open the center, fund the dreams of others. This isn't just about money, it's about mission. That's why it had to come through a message like this. So you'd know it wasn't random. So you'd remember forever that the shift didn't come from man. It came from God himself. And now the final instruction. Michael says, write this down. Tonight, May 31st, 2026, is the most important night of your life. If you skip this moment, your spirit will never fully forget what was lost. But if you claim it, the blessings will arrive in ways no man could have ever planned. The $15 million is just the beginning. And so, this is it. You've come this far. You've read every word. You've felt every shift. You've seen the signs. You've heard the angel's voice in your soul. Now act like it. Speak it. Claim it. Seal it. If you haven't yet, subscribe now. Not later. Not maybe tomorrow. Now. Not because this video needs you, but because heaven is watching, because Michael is watching. Because this is your confirmation to the spirit world that you didn't scroll away from your own miracle. And once you do, go outside. Look up at the sky. You may not see wings, but you'll feel something shift in the wind. The air around you will feel different, lighter, brighter. The invisible world will respond. The vibration around your body will rise. And in that moment, heaven will whisper back to you. It is done. Michael will return to heaven with joy in his heart. God will smile because you didn't let fear rob your future. And you, child of light, you will never be the same again. So go now. Your miracle awaits. The scroll has been sealed. Your name has been marked. Heaven says, let it be released. Archangel Michael says, I'm proud of you. I will always fight for you, and I will see you soon with a full report of everything God is about to do in your life. Amen. It is so, and it is yours. Before this message ends, I want you to ask yourself something. Why do you think heaven went through this much effort to get your attention? Do you think angels randomly assign numbers like $15 million to just anyone? Do you think Archangel Michael begs repeatedly just to be ignored again? No. Heaven doesn't waste energy. It only moves when it knows you're ready. And if you made it this far, it means you're ready. You are ready to receive what generations before you could not. You are ready to break cycles your family couldn't escape. You are ready to be the first one in your bloodline to walk in this kind of glory, this kind of freedom, this kind of abundance. Michael says, it's not because you're perfect. It's because you didn't give up. You're still here. You're still breathing. You're still trying. You still care. You still believe. Even after heartbreak, even after betrayal, even after being overlooked, lied to, doubted, and discouraged, you still believe. And that kind of heart, that kind of faith, heaven rewards that. You've already done the hardest part, surviving seasons that were designed to break you. Now, the reward has finally come. But remember this, if you skip this message, it won't just be forgotten. The angels will return to heaven with silence. Your scroll will be marked unclaimed. And that miracle will move on. Michael is not threatening. He is pleading. This is love. Speaking holy love, protective love. The kind of love that sees every storm you faced and wants to hand you the sunlight. Now he says, this time I came not just as a warrior, but as a witness. I witnessed your pain. I witnessed your loyalty. I witnessed your obedience. And now I witnessed your reward. And if you're wondering what happens next after you accept, it begins quickly. Michael says, within 24 hours, you will feel lighter. Within 48 hours, you will hear unexpected good news. Within 72 hours, there will be a breakthrough, a divine sign that confirms every word. Within 7 days, you will begin walking into the beginning stages of your financial miracle. Doors will open. Money will flow. But more than that, your spirit will shift. You'll wake up without heaviness. You'll walk without fear. You'll breathe without shame. You'll live with the confidence of someone who knows God is backing every step. And it all begins now. So for the final time, Michael says, if you haven't subscribed, do it now. Do not delay your miracle. This is not entertainment. This is an agreement. This is your divine contract with heaven being signed in this moment. If you've already subscribed, you're covered. If not, do it before this message ends. This is your yes moment. This is your life-defining decision. No one else can take this step for you. You must believe. You must choose it. You must reach out and take the key heaven is placing in your hand. It's not just $15 million. It's the proof that God never forgot you. It's the evidence that heaven heard every prayer. It's the restoration of everything the enemy stole from you. And it's here now. Michael is closing the scroll. The light is fading. This window will close when this day ends. So make your move, beloved. Make it now. Speak it. Whisper it. Feel it in your bones. I receive. I believe. I accept my miracle. I trust Archangel Michael. I trust heaven's timing. I will not let fear delay my blessing. It is mine. It is done. Amen. And when you walk into your new season, walk boldly. Walk with fire in your spirit. Walk like someone who was chosen, not by accident, but by divine design, because that's exactly who you are. Michael is smiling now. He sees the glow around you. He sees the shift beginning. He turns back toward heaven and whispers, "They said yes." And with that, the miracle begins. The angels are released. The money is moving. The blessing is unlocked. You did it. You received it. And now watch what happens next. You might not feel the full shift yet, but the heavens have already recorded your response. Michael turns once more. He pauses for a breath. And with his voice soft but serious, he whispers to the angels around him. Begin the assignment. And now, beloved, they are moving. Invisible winds will sweep through the places you never expected. Conversations will begin behind closed doors with your name in them. Delayed funds, stalled projects, forgotten opportunities. Suddenly, they'll start flowing back to you. Not because of your effort, but because of your alignment. And as you walk through the next few days, you will feel it. You'll feel the stillness breaking, the pressure lifting, the pain dissolving. You'll feel heaven with you, around you, behind you, holding your hand as you step forward. Michael's wings are no longer heavy. His sword is no longer burdened because his mission has been fulfilled. You listened, you opened. You claimed it. And now nothing can stop what's already been set in motion. There will be moments in the coming days where you pause mid-step and feel like someone is watching you. You'll feel warmth on your skin when you're indoors. You'll hear your name in dreams. You'll see signs that are too exact to be a coincidence. That's how you'll know. That's how you'll remember this wasn't just a message. It was a divine visitation. So, walk forward now, child of light. No more fear. No more doubt. No more scarcity. No more begging. Only receiving. Only flowing. Only glowing. And whenever you begin to forget this moment, come back. Reread it. Replay it. Let it speak to your spirit again. Heaven is timeless. And this message will always carry the same frequency of favor. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to explain why you believed. The people who laugh today will whisper in awe tomorrow. Because when this miracle arrives, it will be loud. Loud enough to silence every lie. Loud enough to shift your entire family line. Loud enough to make you weep with gratitude. And when that moment comes, lift your eyes to the sky and say just one thing. Thank you, God. Thank you, Michael. I knew it was real. And heaven will answer back. We knew you'd believe. Now go. The miracle is already yours. Your scroll is sealed. Your angels are moving and everything is about to change. And if no one tells you this today, heaven is proud of you. Michael is proud of you. You've endured storms no one saw. You've kept walking when your feet were blistered with pain. You've kept believing even when your world was silent. And now you've finally done it. You've unlocked the reward. So don't shrink when the miracle arrives. Don't doubt when the doors open wide. Don't apologize for the blessings that flow. You earned this not through works but through faith. Michael says, let the ones who doubted you watch. Let the ones who mocked your spiritual fire witness the explosion of light around you. You don't owe them explanation. You owe God your praise. And when the numbers appear, when the email hits, when the message comes through and your heart skips a beat because you know, that's when you'll smile. That's when the tears will finally fall. That's when you'll whisper, "It's here. It really happened." That's the sound of destiny. That's the sound of heaven's approval. That's the beginning of your real life. And it all started right here with a simple yes. So, as this message ends, do not walk away like before. Don't let it fade like every other video. Let this stay. Let this root itself into your spirit. Let it follow you into your next breath. Because it wasn't written for millions. It was written for you. Archangel Michael is ascending now. The sky behind him is glowing. He turns over his shoulder one last time and says softly, "It is done." Then he vanishes into the divine clouds, his mission fulfilled. Your name whispered into eternity. And somewhere in the distance, your blessing begins to move. Amen. May your miracle arrive in full. And may the world never recover from your glow. You're still here, aren't you? That says something. It means your soul needed this more than you realized. It means your spirit knew there was something waiting inside these words. It means heaven hasn't finished speaking to you yet. Michael is still nearby. He didn't leave completely. Not yet. He stands quietly now behind you as you sit with this truth. His wings are soft now. Folded, gentle, resting because you received the message because your heart didn't reject the light this time. And he watches you with love, not judgment, not pressure, not demand, only love. The kind of love that heaven gives only to those who've suffered long and waited silently. The truth is, your soul has been thirsty. Thirsty for a word that feels like fire and honey at the same time. Thirsty for a message that doesn't just ask for attention, but gives peace. And that's what this is, a spiritual drink in a dry season. You were wandering in deserts of doubt, weren't you? Wondering if God still sees you, wondering if angels still visit real people. Wondering if maybe, just maybe, your time passed. But it didn't. That lie came from darkness. And the light just showed up to prove it wrong. This is your time. It wasn't missed. It was preserved. It was held back by heaven until your spirit was strong enough to carry it. That's why the number was so big. That's why the amount $15 million made your mind tremble a little, because it wasn't for your ego. It was for your legacy. It wasn't for flash. It was for healing. For rewriting the story of your bloodline. For showing the world what it looks like when God steps in and chooses someone everyone else overlooked. Michael says, you don't need to explain to anyone how this happened. They'll see the fruit. They'll see the glow. They'll see the shift in your eyes, your posture, your voice. And they'll wonder what changed. And you'll smile. Not because you're proud, but because you're finally at peace. So take this moment now and breathe it in. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath deepen. Let your soul rest, because you no longer have to chase. You've been found. The miracle found you. The angel reached you. The message landed. And the wealth, it's already on its way. Because when heaven moves, it moves fast. One phone call, one transfer, one person sent at the exact moment, and it all begins. You'll look back one day, months from now, and realize this was the turning point, not just financially, spiritually, emotionally, energetically. This message didn't just promise money. It activated something ancient inside you. The part of you that remembers you were always meant for more. Michael says, let it happen now. Let it come freely. Don't block it with fear. Don't slow it down with doubt. Receive it like a child receiving light from the sun, naturally, joyfully, fully. And don't just keep this to yourself. Share the energy. When your miracle arrives, bless others. Show love in secret. Write anonymous checks. Speak hope to strangers. Buy food for someone who can't say thank you. And when they ask, why are you helping me, say softly, because an angel helped me once, too. That's how the world changes. Not with noise, but with divinely timed compassion. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a whole new book. And the first page was this moment. Michael will now ascend again. This time for real. But he leaves you with this final sentence etched into your soul. It was always you. Heaven knew. God chose. The angels fought. And now you receive. Now the room around you feels a little different, doesn't it? A stillness has entered. It's not empty. It's holy. That silence isn't awkward. It's sacred. That space you feel in your chest. That's the room heaven just cleared out to pour new blessings in. Stay here a moment longer. Don't rush back into noise. Let this sink into your bones. Let it rest on your spirit like a soft light in the early morning because something happened while you were listening. Something invisible but undeniable. The kind of shift that the soul feels before the eyes can see. The kind of divine movement that doesn't announce itself. It just starts flowing. You'll notice it in little things first. How people start talking to you differently. How you suddenly have more energy. How your timing starts to feel lucky even though it's not luck at all. It's alignment. It's favor. It's the afterglow of a miracle. Michael has now returned to the heavenly realm. But he left a blessing behind him, anchored to your name. It follows you now, like light on your shadow, like melody in your silence. And that $15 million, it's no longer a question of if, it's a question of how fast you allow it in. Michael says, child of light, this is your signature moment. Don't treat it like a memory. Treat it like a key. Because you're not the same person who started watching this. You've changed. Not in some dramatic way, but deeply, subtly, spiritually. There is now a glow in your spirit that will attract what used to avoid you. People who once ignored you will suddenly be drawn to your presence. Opportunities that once rejected you will now reach for you. Not because you forced it, but because your frequency changed. This message realigned your atmosphere. And that is how wealth flows in the kingdom of God. Not from struggle, but from spiritual alignment. When your soul and your purpose are in the same room, the doors begin to open by themselves. Michael said, watch what happens in the next 7 days. Heaven says, walk like you've already received it. So that's what you'll do now. Not in arrogance, but in knowing. Not in pride, but in gratitude. Because this time you're not hoping. It's already yours. You're not begging, you're receiving. Let others debate if it's real. Let others argue in comments. Let others scroll past and mock. You won't need to say a word because what's about to happen in your life will speak for itself. Miracles don't explain themselves. They just appear. And when yours does, let it speak with light. Walk into rooms like someone who carries divine gold. Speak like someone who's already been approved in heaven. Think like someone who isn't afraid anymore because the battle has already been won. Michael reminds you one last time. When you live like you're chosen, heaven treats you like you are. So live like it, breathe like it, sleep like it, love like it. Because from this moment forward, you're not chasing. You're attracting. You're aligned. You're free. This message may end soon, but the blessing will only begin now. So, close your eyes. Say thank you. Smile even if your eyes fill with tears because you'll never forget this night, this date, this message, this feeling. And neither will heaven. The scroll was unsealed. The angels were released. The wealth was activated. And the miracle, it now belongs to you forever. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.